They did show me out once, actually. Aaron showed me out once. StacksAMilli says something. There's Junior, Ben Junior, and Ben Senior. They're doing lives all the time on top of their show. It's a full out show, TV show. Everybody watches it on their TVs and all that. You can watch it on your laptop, your phone, anything though. It's a full out series. That Mallah. What's it called again? He's got a whole name for it. Something Ben Mallah. Oh yeah. It's called Life for Sale on YouTube. Consult with Ben. That's private consultation. He works with the big. He's working with big numbers. He was good at math. He was good at working the big numbers, not the small ones. I was stuck on small numbers for so long. I wasted so much time on small numbers. I was like, and that's what they kept saying. You should work on bigger numbers. You keep working on the small numbers. I'm like working on all these small numbers, and there's so many bigger numbers like commas and decimal points and like all that. I have a guy. So, anyways, Ben Balls. He's live right now. He's live right now. He's got a lot of characteristics that my brother does. None of them do except Mallah. He's the OG. Whatever is in a certain, it's in that gunplay rapper. It's in my brother. I got a little bit of it too, but it was some OG. I don't know where it came from. He says he's Jewish, but I think he's a little bit Italian too. I don't think he's 100% Jewish. I think he's majority maybe Jewish, but then he's got his Italian in him too. He's definitely got Greek or Italian in him or something.
No, that was my money. Give me my money back.
Give you your money back. That's a lot of money. It's too much money. How much money do you need?
I'm going to the circus. It's gonna be.
Going to the circus?
Yes.
It's $20. Here. How about a small stack? Is that good?
No.
That is the most raggedy cutlass I ever seen in my life.
Yo, because I have to ask my father before I do anything.
You gotta ask me, yeah, right. You already kicked my ass in the
Oh my God, stop!
Is anybody here stop me from cursing?
Nah, do your thing, man. Do your thing.
I looked in that motherfucker. This is what you do with a cutlass. You take a big flathead, you stick it right up in here. You can open it up just enough to stick your arm in and pull the button up. Ow! Vincent ain't get his haircut here. He's got an afro. Oh, there is somebody with that. I earned it. I fucking earned it.
I'm not doing nothing.
Fucking earned it.
Ben Junior because I see all the stuff that he does with managing. I guess I don't know if you use QuickBooks or if you use Excel or how you manage all. I'm sure you have managers at your properties, but I'm sure for a time, you did all that. You helped do that yourself. But that's a whole nother story.
Well, I was just gonna say you can't get tired of tenants, my friend, because tenants are the ones who
managers deal with the tenants once you
yeah, but he's got
point.
20 units, Dad. You can't get tired of tenants because the tenants are the ones who pay the bills. They're the ones who pay the rent. So just making them happy should, that should be your ultimate goal. But sometimes tenants have complaints that, you really can't take care of. Just to answer one of your questions, we use Rent Manager. I don't get paid from them. They're not a sponsor, but we use Rent Manager. It's a great little program. You can do 2 units or you can do 2 million units.
You also use QuickBooks for your bookkeeping, right?
Well, no. Rent Manager does it all.
You used to use QuickBooks.
I use QuickBooks for personal life and stuff like that. Credit cards.
I like to see those fucking books.
Yeah, I do. I'll show them to you tomorrow, remember?
Right, yeah.
So we use Rent Manager. That's a good program, and it kind of has mostly everything you need in it to build tenants and things like that. Other than that, you're going to go to a lawyer, a local lawyer in the area, get all your kind of forms, leases, things like that.
He's already got 20 units. He knows what the hell he's doing, right?
Yeah. He just tired of dealing with tenants.
Yeah.
But you can't be tired of dealing with
the
tenants. That's part of being in real estate.
Right.
And if you can't afford to hire a
Well,
manager,
I should probably rephrase that. So I'm tired of dealing with, like, the problem tenants, the low end. Basically, we only had one Section 8. That was one of the ones we just sold. Nothing against those people, but I'm tired of dealing with, like, hot water heaters and HVAC. Really, we're focusing on single-family homes now because we make more money and it appreciates a lot faster in this area, Lexington, Kentucky. But I really want to figure out how to. Can you name a few ways that you could find a small, like a commercial deal, like the triple net? I'm really excited about, like, all the triple net videos.
I just bought a triple net in Kentucky. I just bought a triple net.
Tennessee.
Oh, crap.
Tennessee.
Can you say where?
Oh,
okay,
it was
well, still.
Tennessee. It was Knoxville, Tennessee. My mistake. I always get Tennessee and
I
Kentucky.
mean,
like fast
there's
food?
at your level. I mean, if you got 20 units, I could think you could buy a triple net that's worth maybe $1 million or $2 million. I would think, because 20% down would be $200,000 down. So I mean, there's KFCs out there. There's McDonald's, Burger. I mean, there's all these QSRs, they call them, quick service restaurants.
But you're not going to make no big upside.
Yeah, but he's tired of dealing with tenants, so he just wants to make a return.
If you're tired of dealing with tenants, then find better tenants.
I was going to say, you got to do a better screening process when you move them in. If you do a better,
I am. I actually am doing a lot better, and but I'm gonna have to start taking care of my parents. It's nothing against the tenants, really. It's just I watched the videos you do when you bought your son, when you bought Vince, the KFC, and it's one of my favorite videos. I think it's probably one of the best videos on your channel. But would you recommend, like, something like that, fast food, or a dollar store, or an oil change place?
Listen, all those places are great.
Yeah, but they're not
all
going to
those places are great, and they're all going to get you a really good return on your money. All right? And you'll have no tenants to deal with. You'll have no management. You ain't got to do shit. But all you're going to get is basically 12 to 15% return on your money. And then you're going to sit back, and that's going to be your life. And that's
but that's it. There's no growth. As an apartment complex, as you go in and raise rents, then your value of your property goes up. As the surrounding area goes up, the value of your property goes up. A retail property is not, I mean, yes, if the surrounding area goes up, but that retail property is always based on numbers. It's always a formula on numbers. There's a lot of different factors when you look at apartments and things like that. So, amenities and quality of tenants and rents. And so
when you buy a triple net deal, typically
it.
We're buying properties. We ain't got to worry about shipping the next 10 to 15 years because the lease is in place. All right. So, it's like a savings account, a good savings account. But I mean, it's up to you. It's whatever your life allows you to do. If you don't want to deal with tenants, then fine. Raise as much cash as you can. Go buy some dollar stores, buy a daycare center, find something at a good cap rate, go out and finance it and get a good return on your investment. Sit back and relax. You can do that. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So in the next month or so we sold one of the duplexes. My realtor is really good. We've done like 4 or 5 deals. So I think he's going to get this other one sold within 30 days. I don't know if they're both going to be able to go on the same 1031 or if it's going to have to be 2 separate ones. But we're going to have about $320,000.
All right. Well, $320,000. You're going to need about $200,000 on every $1 million. So it's going to get you $1.5 million. All right. You need to go out and find some kind of retail deal for $1.5 million. They're out there. I mean, the beauty. Let me tell you the one way you can make money in retail, or in this, but it's going to require some management, but not the same type of management. If you go out and buy a little strip center and it's got 5 shops in it, a nail shop, a hair shop, a sandwich shop, and maybe there's one empty
or two,
then you rent that empty space out, then you're going to get some upside. Okay, that's really the only way you're going to make any money in the retail commercial business. But if you
buy something where the lease is expiring, and your plan is that you evaluated the deal and you see that this lease is undervalued. Tenant is in there and they're paying $12 a foot, and everybody else is paying $26 a foot. You're going to go in there and terminate that lease when it expired,
unless that tenant wants to get their rent.
They have options and stuff like that.
I mean, you know, if you don't want to deal with the management, yes, triple net is the way to go, or double net even.
But
Double net is fine too.
You're still dealing with tenants. Don't think you're dealing with tenants on a different level, though. I mean, these are business
Yeah, you're not going to fix the hot water
Right.
heater. You might be responsible for the roof and structure, but you're not going to deal with the day-to-day bullshit. You know, and typically they're running a business out of there, and you're dealing with a different type of clientele. And you know, if that fits your bill, then go for it. Look for some small retail deals.
Could you quickly maybe think about name some places? I know you're so big that like people probably call you all day with deals, but when you were just getting started in commercial, can you think of some names that might be relevant today as far as like websites that you search? I know like there's Marcus and Millichat and
CBRE, Marcus and Millichat. All right, you know
Crexy.
where's a good site to go to? There's one called Stan Johnson. Okay, it's a great website to look for retail deals. You go on CREXI, Crexy. There's, you know, if you just Google triple net commercial real estate, you'll get all kinds of shit. And then you got to go to their website, see how many listings they got. You want to find people that specialize in retail, you know, but hit all the big firms too. And what happens is once you register with them, they're going to start sending you shit. So then you just sit back and start picking and choosing because they know what you're looking for. All right. Every day I wake up, I open my fucking email up, and I got all these fucking people sending me shit that they think that I'm interested in. So, you know, put the time in, go online, register on these websites and search engines, and start getting shit sent to you.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
All right. Good luck.
One more question.
What else?
Okay. So me and my wife recently did first Airbnb.
Yeah.
We got our first Airbnb, and I was wondering if
you don't want to deal with tenants, but now you're doing Airbnb. I mean, you know, Airbnb is a pain in the ass. Airbnb, you got different people in there.
Yeah, until they complain to Airbnb and they give them their money back. I hate that.
That's never happened. We've been doing it 2 months. That hasn't happened yet. But how are your tenants at John?
People in engines and start getting shit sent to you.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
All right. Good luck.
One more question.
What else?
Okay. So me and my wife recently did first Airbnb.
Yeah.
We got our first Airbnb, and I was wondering if
you don't like dealing with tenants, but now you're doing Airbnb. I mean, you know, Airbnb is a pain in the ass. Airbnb, you got different people in there.